Picture this, a velvet room lit by candles, a whisper of incense, and an old clay tablet in a museum case is scribbled, with a love spell that claims to make lovers remember each other forever. That's ancient history, flirting with infinite orgasm. Right there, myths, magic, and the real human need to stay connected after the peak. Now imagine you wake up from an intense climax, and for a breath or two, your partner's face or name floats away. Freaky, right? You are not alone. Let me tell you a quick, weird, practical story and give you simple experiments that you can try with consent, safely, and only with adults. Years ago, a student told me a rumor. Sailors used a name stick before shore leave, saying a lover's name into a knot. It sounded romantic, but also like a practical anchor. I tried a modern version with my partner. A tiny ritual before the fin. Nothing sexual in detail, just a scent we both like, and saying each other's names slowly 3 times. Afterward, instead of her blank, I felt her name pop back like a radio tuning in. Coincidence? Maybe. But there's real science under the story. Orgasm floods the brain with dopamine and oxytocin, and sometimes a sharp release causes a brief dissociative blur for some people. Rituals create anchors that the brain can latch on. Try this mini experiment tonight. Pick a low-pressure moment. Agree on a simple anchor, 1 word. A scent like peppermint or orange. A small object, a coin or ring, or a short phrase. Before you both move toward climax, pause for 30 seconds. Breathe together, say your names aloud slowly, and touch that anchor. After the peak, reach for the anchor immediately. Notice whether the name and the face return faster. Repeat it a few times across sessions and keep a tiny log. Date, anchor, result. If you're chasing something like infinite orgasm as a fantasy, reframe it as cultivating longer, repeated waves of pleasure. Practical tools: rhythmic breathing to slow the nervous system, pelvic floor exercises to increase control, and mindful attention to sensation without rushing. Edge the experience by bringing your awareness back to the anchor rather than pushing past a blank. That's where the magic happens, not in some impossible forever peak, but in learned attention and shared signal. Add a dash of the occult for fun. Make a playful memory talisman together. Decorate a stone, choose a scent, and treat it like a private myth. Rituals lower anxiety and increase intent. But a caution: if you feel severe memory loss, panic, or disassociation, seek a clinician. This isn't a toy. Finish every session with a consistent aftercare phrase, 3 sentences that ground you both. Name something you liked, one thing you promised to do next time. It rewires the post-orgasmic gap into a predictable loop. Try it with a friend, try it with a partner, and be curious like a historian. Collect small artifacts, note patterns, and tell stories back to each other. That blend of ancient ritual and modern neuroscience might not give you literal immortality, but it might let you taste the infinite in a way you can actually find again, name, face, and all.